If you've ever thought about streaming on Twitch or making content on YouTube, then that's a very exciting thing and I absolutely encourage that you give it a shot. However, there's a lot of security things that you might want to consider as you're kind of starting to get integrated with Twitch and YouTube and get your content flowing. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can secure your account while you are streaming on Twitch or posting content to YouTube. The number one thing to consider right now is account security. Obviously, that is a single point of failure with your online profile that you need to make sure is locked down. Now, obviously, you know that I'm going to talk about password security and enable multi-factor authentication. Good password security is having a long and complex password and preferably using a password manager. And multi-factor authentication allows for an additional layer of security in case someone else is attempting to log into your account. If you need any tips and tricks about password security, stay until the end because I got you. The next thing that you can do is avoid oversharing in your stream. This is a common thing known as OPSEC or operational security. But really, if you want to just simplify it, it's really just the art of not oversharing information. People that are watching your content might be a little bit creepy. You don't exactly know where your stuff is going. It's the internet. So it's probably going to some characters that you may not necessarily enjoy as your channel grows. And you want to make sure that you are limiting the amount of information that they are actually able to get on you if they're trying to be, creeps. A nice rule of thumb is to try to keep the conversation that you're having on the stream not about your personal life or anything like that. Keep it about the content, keep it about the idea of your video or the topic of your channel. Try to not make it about things that's going on in your personal life, things that, might kind of give people an idea on where you live, what you do, how they can find you in real life, or even worse, how they can exploit you in real life. There are some cases where, say, you might have a story that you do want to share that's about your personal life. Do your best to sanitize that information of sensitive information or things that can kind of be used to really get more information and context around your life. It's okay to, share elements of your personal life. It can help your audience be able to relate to you for sure, but it's a good idea to not give them, information about, so I was driving, took me 15 minutes to get from my nearest Walmart. I like to drive north, that's a lot. Next, you want to make sure that you are protecting your computer or whatever it is that you are using to be able to create and share your content. Make sure it's not getting hit with malware, and you can use an antivirus solution. You can make sure that you are implementing good hardware encryption. Whenever you get emails, don't click on any links unless you know exactly who this email is from and you know that it's from them and you know exactly what that link is for. Same goes with websites. If you don't necessarily trust a website, you probably shouldn't be downloading anything from the website. And in either case, if you're going to be installing something, make sure that whatever antivirus solution you are using can actually scan what it is that you're downloading and ensure that there is no malware or anything like that involved in that package. Finally, you want to make sure that the area that you are streaming with or creating content with is sanitized of sensitive information. For instance, you don't see anywhere really in my background anything that, you could probably attribute to a specific location on the planet. Maybe you could, and if you can, that's big brain. So you kind of earned finding me, but also why? What do you gain out of that? Same goes with any kind of documentation. Just a general, a visual good rule of thumb is to kind of keep it tidy, but you also, make sure that it's not just cluttered with documents and things that people might be able to zoom in on and get specific details about you or your location or anything like that. Background noise might be an important thing. For instance, if there's a lot of sounds that might be unique to your specific area, trying to obfuscate that as much as possible or even eliminate that from your stream, that might really help with negating people's ability to locate you. And then same goes with the PO box. You want to make sure that your PO box might even be in a separate town adjacent to where you are. That way, if someone is able to actually find your PO box, that doesn't mean that they've actually zeroed in on the town that you're living in. And yes, I say PO box because you don't want to use your real home address because people are just going to show up to your front door and want to hang out, and that's weird. And of course, finally, as always, you want to remain vigilant while in public spaces. This isn't exactly to scare you, but generally, I think it's good to maintain some level of awareness of what's going on in your surroundings, especially if you suspect that someone might be, trying to follow you or find you in real life. If you notice that someone might be be following you or it might be stalking you, it would be a good idea to probably contact law enforcement. Now, we've gone over quite a lot in this video, so real quick, if you want to learn more about password security, watch this top video. And if you want to learn more about OPSEC, watch the bottom video. And as always, like and subscribe. Liking this video, it's cheap, it's easy, it's free, and it keeps a giant comet from hitting this earth. Yes, this earth. Have a good one.